Sound check 1, 2.
Pina colada. Hello. Calling it a pina colada.
Okay, we're filming. G'day guys. What do you get when you combine racing car thought process and technology with go fast mindset? I think we're on that creation.
Like an F1 boat.
I think we're on it. We're on the SAY 42. I've been following these guys. They had a smaller model which I saw back in 2017 at the Cannes Boat Show. We were at the Cannes Boat Show. And on LinkedIn, one of the guys who represents this brand, it must be in Mallorca or somewhere along that way, was posting some pictures about this boat, and I was like immediately struck by what an amazing looking craft it is. What caught my attention was the shape of the hull. It's a beautiful cutting bow, really aggressive deep V at the front, like a knife action, coming back to quite a slippery looking thing. So I got in touch. That's all I knew at the time. And turns out these guys are making full carbon fibre, cord construction, vacuum infused, absolute rocket ship of a thing. And it's if you want to feel like you're sitting in Elon Musk's Starship like we are right now,
yep.
I think that's what you're going to achieve on this boat. Like, this thing is pure pleasure. And I think for the people that want to go out on a Sunday and feel like the best they've ever felt, that's what you achieve on something, on a creation like this. So yeah, this is the test drive video. We will be filming a walkthrough just after this. So if you're interested in that, follow the link coming up in your screen now. But what have we got here? She's 42 feet long. She's got twin Volvo petrels. Her weight, listen to this, 1,600 kgs. 1,600 kgs. The fuel, about 850. The fuel burn is nothing. Like, it's absolutely nothing. The power to weight ratio, it's like an aircraft. That's the only way I can describe it. So I guess on that note, let's just show you rather than talk about it. First things first, like, I'm sitting in this beautiful carbon fibre bucket seat with a flip up bolster. I've never seen anything like this. It's an absolute creation in itself. The dash itself is very intelligently laid out. The joystick and the throttle on the right hand side, joystick and throttle set back from the wheel. It's very race car. You do have enough space to get your feet in underneath, and we're on these suspension seats just here. So if you are used to or envisaging or inspired by that race car vibes, you're absolutely gonna get it on this boat. Stern drive power, we've got a bow thruster as well, so parking the thing's going to be fine. We do have a Seakeeper gyro on board, but I'm assuming, because looking at the back of the boat, she's got quite a nice amount of beam, which creates for an awesome swim platform, but I'm assuming that gives it some inherent stability at rest as well. I don't know, but, you know, because we've got a gyro on, but I would think that seems to make sense. So anyway, let's just bring the boat up through her paces, and I'll just talk to you about what I experienced along the way. I've got all my engine data here. Do I have my SOG? Oh, I'll just estimate it. I'm sure I do, but I'm not familiar with this gauge just here. That's okay, we'll just estimate it. So, just bringing it up through the rev range. I'm just going to give it a gentle acceleration right now. So, it's a completely different experience than anything that I've tested this week at the boat show. So straight away, the boat wants to get up and move, but her motion through the waves, you feel the lighter weight, but you feel that cutting action just absolutely slicing through the waves like a hot knife through butter. It really is that different. You want to give it a little bit of a trim up at speed, like the faster you go, here we go, the more the hull starts to work for you, and the more basically you're in control. It is a lighter boat, so she will get moved around and affected by the sea more than a heavy boat, so you've got to get used to that. But I think anyone who buys this sort of boat, they're going for that because they have lighter weight cars, they have lighter weight performance toys, and so it makes perfect sense to combine that mindset with a lighter weight boat. So I'm just going to sit down now. So I'm just cruising along. This feels like about 27, 30 knots. Like the engines are hardly even woken up right now. I've got plenty more in the rev range. And I'm just gonna put the boat through a couple of turns, clear all around. So, super responsive. I'm still playing with the trim settings, so I've got to get used to this boat. But going through turns, she's got a real moderate amount of heel and quite a lively feel. I'm just going to turn the boat around. We're just going to continue with this turn now. We've got a boat just coming over here, so we're going to go straight through this guy's waves, and we'll just maintain our speed, and we'll see how the boat behaves. Okay, coming in, yep, everyone's looking. That's what you would expect on a boat like this. Okay, so straight into these waves, I'll speed up a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Listen to those motors, and I feel like with a little bit more speed, she actually, the bow just pops out of the water a little bit. You just got the wind through your hair. The wind's starting at about here. It's nothing too aggressive. This is just like, this is an element of sophistication that I'm actually not used to on this style of boat. How do you feel, Ali?
I feel like I'm walking on water.
It feels like we're floating, but we are doing like 30 plus knots, doesn't it?
It's just different.
Like this.
I like it.
Give it a bit more.
In my limited experience.
Yep. So I've just given a little bit more trim. So this is an experience in itself. I think you buy a boat like this to have an experience. You buy a boat like this to give you a certain sense of emotions when you go out on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And what I'm learning so far is that it really delivers. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the boat through some slower turns and then some faster turns. So we'll just slow the boat down to about 27 knots-ish, and we'll just do a hard-ish turn to the left. Feel that. She just digs in. It's kind of like when you're on a racing yacht and you want to tack the boat and it just goes straight into the tack. I feel like this boat has that same level of responsiveness. I'm just going to go to the right now. I'm just going to the right. All clear. Through a couple of waves. It really does feel like a race boat, like a racing sailing boat right now. It's so light, it's so responsive. Now I'm going to go a little bit faster. I'm going to finish this turn and I'm going to open it up. Accelerating out of this turn. I'm really struggling to accurately describe this boat because it's so unique. Okay, so let's cut it through a corner. Okay, that was a little bit aggressive.
Morning, please.
Wow. So slowing down. So guys, that's something else. It's really not often that I'm lost for words on this channel, but I think the experience begins when you get on this thing. You look at it and you just go, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like, and the experience continues when you open her up. This is a boat that needs to be driven by an experienced driver. It needs to be respected because it is so high performance in terms of her weight and power distribution that it's going to give you those thrills. But same as like a high performance car, if you don't know how to tame the beast, you won't get the best out of it. That's my sort of like, you know, thoughts on this boat. But for somebody who is looking for a great big smile from ear to ear on this Sunday morning, just imagine pulling into the port on this. You will be the only boat with this boat pulling up to the restaurant or the anchorage, and setting up your lunch on this boat, you will feel like an absolute movie star.
Rockstar.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Feels good.
So guys, that's what I got to say. So we are going to film a walkthrough. If you like this content, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you know about the future videos that are coming up. I'll leave a link to the walkthrough videos separately. And look, I make these videos for you guys. I don't take money from factories or dealers. We're independent. And if you want to support the independent boat test, consider signing up to my Patreon. My name's Dan Jones. Thank you for joining me, Cousin Ali.
No worries.
Thank you guys. This has been Dan's Boat Life. I will see you on the next one.